right, welcome, y'all. This is the October 2023 office hours for the Simplest Marketing Plan. This story I call Outreach Isn't Working. And it's a story about someone I'm going to call Sam. And Sam reached out to me recently because he said his outreach is not working. And so I offered Sam my free 30-minute consultation, and he took me up on it. And I asked him to describe basically what he was doing. And he described his process. And as I listened, I learned a few things. One, it wasn't exactly true that it wasn't working. It's just that the people who were responding were not hiring him. So he was actually getting responses, but it wasn't turning into actual work. And I wanted to add the word yet, as I always like to do. But then the other thing is when I said, well, what about content marketing? And he said, well, yeah, sometimes I put a blog up, but crickets, nobody finds it. Nobody says anything. All right. And what about networking? And he said, yeah, I try to, but I really am not good with people and I really don't like it. And I said, okay, that's fine. But the reality is these tools don't work by themselves. They work in conjunction with each other. That's the whole premise of the framework. It's not do outreach. Outreach can work, but the premise is outreach plus networking plus content marketing is what works. And the point that I think is really important here also is that this is a relationship business. And don't ever forget that you are essentially building and cultivating relationships with other people. And what that means is that the more traction you can get, the stronger the bond with each person that you are cultivating and courting, the better, and the more likely that you will win the project if all the other factors are in line, like money and timing and other things that you cannot control. But what you can control, I think, to a certain extent, is how strong of a bond you forge with your prospects. And that ideally has to be done in real time, if not in person, right? So the networking, even if you feel like an introvert, if you feel really uncomfortable, that's why we do the networking here, so that you can get better at it, so that you can practice in a safe environment, and so that you can take these skills and these relationships out into the world with you. So, you have to get better at that and kind of push past, as some of you have said, also the discomfort. You can't just do outreach. Bye, y'all.